Welcome to this video on customer churn prediction. In this guide, we will walk through the entire process of building a churn prediction pipeline, starting from cleaning raw data to creating a model that is ready for production. Here is the roadmap for this video. We will cover 4 key stages: cleaning and preparing your data, performing exploratory analysis, engineering powerful features for your model, and finally, documenting and exporting your work. This video is designed for everyone from data science beginners learning Python to analysts looking to add predictive modeling to their toolkit, and experienced practitioners who need a clean, reproducible churn pipeline template. In this first chapter, we look at why churn prediction matters. Understanding the business stakes is essential before writing any code. Customer churn has a significant impact on business. It costs 5 to 7 times more to acquire a new customer than to retain an existing one, making churn prevention a critical priority. Companies can be reactive or proactive. A reactive approach only responds after a customer complains, while a proactive approach uses data to identify at-risk customers before they choose to leave. Machine learning fits into the business picture by flagging at-risk customers, allowing teams to prioritize high-value accounts, and preventing churn through targeted interventions. In Chapter 2, we focus on understanding your dataset. Solid data understanding is the foundation for any successful model. A typical churn dataset includes customer demographics, service usage, contract details, and a binary target label that indicates whether a customer has churned or been retained. To get started, load your data using pandas and perform a quick sanity check using these 3 commands: shape, dtypes, and head. These reveal the size and structure of your data. Always check for data quality issues like missing values, duplicates, wrong data types, or outliers. Addressing these early prevents errors from polluting your model. Chapter 3 covers data cleaning and preparation. We follow the principle that clean data is necessary for a reliable model. When handling missing values, identify the patterns, assess if the data is missing at random, and decide whether to impute or drop values based on your findings. Fixing data types is vital to prevent errors. You can use pandas to convert columns to numeric and use the errors equals coerce argument to handle non-parsable values gracefully. Finally, remember to remove duplicates and drop irrelevant columns, such as unique IDs, to ensure your model focuses only on meaningful signals. In this video, we'll outline a cleaning checklist to keep your projects consistent and debug-free. This includes verifying shapes and types, handling missing values, removing duplicates, and encoding your target variable for model compatibility. Now we reach Chapter 4, Exploratory Data Analysis. This is where the detective work begins, helping you determine which features are strong signals and which are just noise. EDA is non-negotiable. It allows you to understand data distributions, spot class imbalances, which are common in churn datasets, and find correlations between features and your target variable. Before analyzing features, always check the target variable's distribution. If you have an imbalanced dataset, you must address it, or your model may simply predict the majority class every time. Insightful charts help visualize churn across segments. For example, comparing contract types, tenure, or monthly charges can reveal powerful predictive patterns that stakeholders can easily understand. A correlation heat map provides a bird's-eye view of how your numeric features relate to each other and the churn label. Prioritize candidates that show strong positive or negative correlations. This summary of EDA findings highlights common patterns in telecom churn. While every dataset is unique, the workflow for uncovering these insights remains consistent across projects. Next, in Chapter 5, we dive into feature engineering, where we transform raw data into powerful signals that models can learn from. Feature engineering is often the biggest lever for performance. As Andrew Ng famously noted, applied machine learning is essentially the craft of feature engineering. Since most algorithms cannot process raw text, you must encode categorical variables. Use mapping for binary categories and one-hot encoding for variables with 3 or more unique values. You can also derive new features, like calculating charge efficiency or grouping tenure into buckets. Use your domain knowledge to capture signals that aren't immediately obvious in the raw data. Feature scaling is crucial for models like logistic regression or SVM. Choose between standard scalar, min-max scalar, or robust scalar, depending on your data distribution and presence of outliers. Effective feature selection removes noise. You can use a variance threshold, filter out highly correlated pairs to avoid redundancy, or use feature importance scores from a model to trim your set. Treat your engineering process as a reusable pipeline using scikit-learn. This ensures consistent transformation of data from raw inputs to ML-ready datasets, reducing the risk of errors in production. In Chapter 6, we will explore advanced visualization techniques to help you present your findings clearly to both technical and non-technical audiences. In this section, we'll look at visualizing feature relationships. Pair plots, violin plots, and box plots are essential tools for understanding how individual features relate to the churn label, with each chart type revealing a unique aspect of your data. Building a churn risk profile chart is a highly business-friendly practice. By breaking down churn rates by categories like contract type, you translate raw model results into clear, actionable insights for your stakeholders. Visualizing feature correlations is another powerful technique. A horizontal bar chart helps you rank features by their predictive power, with colors identifying whether a feature increases or decreases churn risk. Moving to Chapter 7, we address exporting production-ready data. Your analysis should be more than just a prototype in a notebook. It needs to be reproducible, documented, and ready for use by your team. When saving your process dataset, use formats like CSV for universal compatibility and Parquet for efficiency. This ensures your data types are preserved and ready for the next stage of the modeling process. Generating a data dictionary is the unsung hero of collaboration. It provides a clear reference for what each column represents, its type, and its range, ensuring that anyone, or your future self, can understand the data. Finally, before handing off your data, write a summary report, capturing the dataset's shape, checking for any remaining nulls, and documenting the class balance creates an essential audit trail for your work. Always remember that your pipeline is an iterative loop. Insights from your modeling phase may lead you to revisit earlier cleaning or engineering steps, which is perfectly normal in the data science cycle. In Chapter 8, we look ahead to modeling. Now that you have a clean, feature-rich dataset, you are ready to apply machine learning algorithms to predict customer churn. Start simple with your first model. Whether it's a logistic regression for interpretability, a random forest for robustness, or an XGBoost model for performance, focus on adding complexity only when necessary. Evaluating your model correctly is vital. Avoid relying solely on accuracy, especially with imbalanced data. Instead, focus on precision, recall, and the ROC-AUC score to measure your model's true performance. The path from modeling to deployment doesn't always require a complex API. A simple weekly batch job can often be the most effective way to provide high-risk customer lists to your business teams. In our final chapter, we discuss tools and resources. Using the right toolkit will accelerate your workflow and help you build more robust solutions. Your core data science stack will rely on libraries like Pandas and NumPy for manipulation, Matplotlib and Seaborn for visualization, and scikit-learn or XGBoost for modeling. Start by mastering these foundations. Finally, leverage community resources like Kaggle-learn, Fast.ai, and official documentation to keep growing. The community is full of knowledge that can help you become a highly skilled practitioner. This program was brought to you by the Series of Thoughts team.